So let's talk about the game of the week.
Your Minnesota Vikings?
The Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Giants. By the way, New York Giants fans, you get the moniker New York all of next season.
Ooh. You know what I like
Gets you
about
back
the
to Jersey.
Vikings? Is you could have taken them to lose at DraftKings as Tom continues to hydrate from the tears of his enemy. Note to self, do not become Tom's enemy.
I will drink your tears. I'm glad you got the read out of the way. No, because I
You know
wanted
what
to
nickname I'm going to give you, Tom?
What up, buddy?
So old Steve Atwater for the Denver Broncos has one of the most badass nicknames, the Smiling Assassin. Okay, and I think that's fitting for you.
Ooh.
You know, you're genuinely a nice guy, very nice man, big heart, but you're competitive and you will destroy your competition
through
Smiling
kindness.
Assassin, Tom Grossi.
I like that. It's like the first
You
nice
know
thing
what my
you said.
nickname is, though? The
Oh,
guy
boy.
who kills the Smiling Assassin if provoked.
Oh my god, I don't know about you, but this dynamic just got so much hotter.
Ooh.
Ooh. It's will they, won't they, but is Perna gonna kill Grossi today?
Two betas go at it and one emerges. All right, anyway. Vikings, Tom. What emotions did you experience in that matchup? Because it was close. It was no runaway.
No. Frustration, because the game went so effing long, the first one, and I had to just record a reaction. And by the way, in the middle of the stream, I thought of two more scenes I wanted to do. So during a commercial, I put it on mute and I recorded the other two to put in the reaction. That got put out during the stream. Shout out Johnny Barks. We did that. Okay.
Wow,
but
Johnny.
This game, I thought you saw two bad defenses and the Vikings were just worse. And I think what was funny about this game is everyone, including Vikings fans, were like, oh yeah, we might lose this game. Like, it was a total flip of the coin. It was a 50-50 matchup.
Yeah.
I think it was just seeing how bad the Vikings defense was, which I've seen a few times this year, but they look extra bad. And I don't know if it was just a combination of Brian Daboll's play calling, Daniel Jones being a wizard, and or the Vikings just defense just being horrible. But Daniel Jones looked amazing. Like, he looked like a complete weapon. He was a mobile QB. You saw, because you tweeted about it, that fake where he like faked through and then handed it off behind his back. I was like, what the hell is going on out there? Like, he is looking like a godly elite QB. And again,
Liberty, to perfection.
It was perfect. It was beautiful.
It looked so smooth. It was so smooth, Dan. When you saw Dexter Lawrence get flagged for roughing the passer,
Clay Matthews.
Yeah,
Clay Matthews.
This is going to be the play that loses them the game. A bad call. Hey, credit to the Giants D, because they didn't let that affect him. But I was like, oh God, you can't call that in this situation.
He has him in his arms when he's having the ball, and it's because he like grazes against the helmet with it. I was like, and it looked so unintentional too.
Yeah,
that was a horrendous call. And I know you put that in the rundown because we saw some bad calls this weekend. But oh man, that one was egregious. And if the Giants lost that game because of that call, oh buddy, that would have been something. But yeah, so 5 wound up calling after they won. And he said, like, we've been waiting to see a Daniel Jones like statement game. Like, he is the guy. That was his game yesterday. And again, it is going up against a really bad defense, but he played perfectly. Like, the exact game he needed to play. Saquon Barkley was doing well. I know they kind of got away from it in the second half. They also got away from running it with Daniel Jones in the second half too. But yeah, pick on Kirk. Oh no, he wasn't the problem. Kirk Cousins had actually had a really good game, except for that last throw, which someone mentioned this and it reminded me. I don't remember what game. Maybe it was against the Broncos. It might have been Was there a game against the Broncos years ago? Maybe it was, I think, when you had Peyton Manning, where like Tony Romo was lighting it up. He had like 4 or 5 touchdowns, but he threw an interception and it like wound up like sealing the game.
Dude, it was one of the greatest games you'll ever watch.
Yes. And everybody after that was like, oh, Tony Romo's a choker, right? Like, oh, he sucks because like he threw the interception, but he just had like an incredible game.
Yeah, it's one of the highest scoring games ever. Romo, Manning were going back and forth.
Yeah.
But like even during the game, I remember watching that game. I was like, Romo's going to make a mistake late. Like he's going to make a mistake before Peyton Manning does. And that happened. And that's how the Broncos won.
So but again, like
it doesn't matter that you played your freaking butt off for 3, almost 4 quarters. That last mistake.
Now, I will say, can you look at it like as a whole from a macro level and go like, it is a problem with Kirk Cousins? Like maybe this is one of the reasons why he's not the guy to lead you to a Super Bowl.
Not this season.
I don't think you could base it on that one play, but I will say this, and I'll say it again and again and again. The Vikings made the NFC Championship with Case Keenum. How did they do it? They had an amazing run game, and they had an amazing defense. They had some weapons on offense, but their identity has always been based in the defense. And they got rid of Zimmer because it continued even when they had all those offensive weapons. They had Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, and Kirk Cousins playing well. They had that, but they were like, we need to get out of it. Zimmer's just not the guy. He's too conservative, more of a defensive guy. And they brought in KOC, and they won a lot of games that they would not have won last week. And that's the credit that I will 100% give to the Minnesota Vikings. However, I think still, maybe there's that little identity that's still there, 1, and 2, their defense was like really, really bad. And it's tough to be a contender when your defense is that bad and your offense is good, don't get me wrong, but it's not where it should be like an elite level offense.
Yeah, I think like 2 things. This season, it's like Dalvin Cook was not Dalvin Cook. He was still a good running back, but I think there's that explosiveness from their run game was missing. But this season, I think I heard during the game, Kirk Cousins, he led like 7 or 8 game-winning drives.
Yeah. Yep.
So to give him the Kirk Cousins label this year, probably not fair. Maybe historically you could look at it a little bit differently, but and what makes that final throw even worse is he's got a guy like wide open in the middle, pretty close to TJ Hawkinson. And if he throws there, they probably pick up the first down and keep going. Hello, it's me, a robot.
It might be your mic. Yeah, so they got to go heavy defense. Their defense has to get better. I'm sure they'll address in the draft. Justin Jefferson is about to get paid $1 gajillion if they pay him in this offseason, and rightfully so. But Justin Jefferson also, I don't know if his defense just honing in on him. He did not have a good last 3 games. I know like the last one, like in and out with starters and whatever. But he got shut down by the Packers. And in that second half, like, he really didn't do anything against the Giants.
It's hard when
you said that. That's you. You said that. You said
goes through one guy and that guy's a receiver.
Which it shouldn't. Like, that's, I think, the most frustrating thing. And I know Adam Thielen, he had like an Instagram post, or his wife did, and said like, it looks like, or it may look like our time with Minnesota is coming to an end. Kind of thing. I don't know if he's going to retire. I don't know if he's going to, go to another team. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's they should have been a much better offense with all of those weapons. And I hear it all the time as a Packers fan of wasting, Aaron Rodgers' prime and all that great stuff. But that was pretty great, Joseph. But I mean, yeah, they had a window. And what was interesting is what they did with that window is they had it with Case Keenum. And then they said, nope, let's go out. And they did. They went to the NFC Championship game. They went to the NFC. I know like they had the Minneapolis Miracle, but they had a window with a great defense and a good run game. And they were a quarterback away. And they decided to give $84 million to Kirk Cousins and really invest in a good, not amazing quarterback. and it didn't get them over the top. I mean,
there weren't a lot of options that year. I know because I was hoping the Broncos would possibly get Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
we got a Keenum. There were a lot of
options. You're right.
Keenum was the case they gave me, and it was not good. Not good.
Yeah. See, maybe that's just the thing. Maybe that's just the NFC North. Because Zach said, yep, wasted a generational defense. Lions, well, Calvin Johnson, Matthew Stafford, on theirs. Also saw that clip again of Matthew Stafford dislocating his shoulder and then like going out and coming back in and throwing a touchdown. Oh my God. It's such a badass thing. Matthew Stafford's always going to have my respect.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's that game. Vikings, goodbye, Satan. Evil has been banished from the world, and the world is a brighter place today.
Yep.